is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close. I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons. Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers now to throw.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try again with Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 26. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They just get the play off. Now Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. First and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Patterson running between the tackles. Room here to run. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he goes out right around the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. That's Lazard. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Josiah DeGuara
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 7.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it, and the Packers pick it up. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. First target, first catch, and a first down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Mariota. This is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mariota to throw it. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Rodgers to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, Patterson.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Jones. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Crosby with the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now Mariota.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Here's Mariota.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And give him a gain of 37.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Mariota.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
To throw, Mariota.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, Leave for the bank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. Ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Miami Dolphins. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson from 13 yards out. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 68 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, that maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Patterson on the draw play. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Patterson again.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
29 yards.
And the Falcons have moved out in front.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. They're going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On 2nd and 9, Tua.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Looking to pass, Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Play action, now it's Tua.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is?
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Tua now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now Mariota. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds Falcons, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Mariota. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. It's a run with Mostert. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to work. Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Yellow, 43. Black Ultra.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back for...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First and 10, it's Patterson. 144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
From the 31, Mariota.
This pass is caught by London.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 52's a Mike. Watch Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little.
That's caught at the 25.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua going to throw. And he's got it.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. break. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Out of the gun to run. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Where are they, team? 52's the mic. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Bryan Edwards.
43 yards.
And the Falcons start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And some room to maneuver. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's crossing. He's checking crap. Deuce. Check 43.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Throwing here, Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mariota here to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Mariota. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Mariota on first down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them, just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VVs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate. Nowhere, 20-year